Here's your host, Tom Dirato.
Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Pat Jones Show. And Pat, for the second week in a row, we take a ball game right into the last minute of play before it's decided.
This one had figured to be a near even matchup going in. I think coming out it was the same way. We lose by a touchdown to Kansas at home. I mean, we got some things accomplished, I think, as we'll see once we get into it. Really proud of quite a few of our guys. Andy Loveland, because of the turn of events that propelled him into the starting position at quarterback. And again, David Thompson's going to run for 155 yards, and I thought we played more physical in the offensive line, some things like this. Save, not win the ball game, which obviously is the bottom line. We got some things done. I was really proud of the way our squad reacted and fought, and like I say, it went right down to the wire. Had a chance to win it, couldn't get it done, but came away with a pretty good feeling about our group.
Well, the first half was spiced with long drives, timely defense, and field goals. First half highlights coming up when the Pat Jones Show continues after these messages. Well, welcome back to the Pat Jones Show. It was homecoming here in Stillwater this past weekend, Oklahoma State and Kansas. Pat, a little bit chilly out there at Lewis Field.
Well, it was. The wind was a factor, and it was pretty nippy. Sun was out. It actually ended up 36 degrees, and it felt a little bit cooler than that. But nice day. We won the toss, deferred the decision to the second half, so we're now kicking downwind, kick it out. They tried to go deep here on us first play of the ball game, which did not surprise me. Actually had a guy out there and couldn't get the ball to him. Defensively, we make a couple of pretty good series right off the get-go here. Eric Hobbs, who I thought played well, tried to run a shuffle pass, and here's Keith Burns. I thought Burns had a good ball game, the same play again. But Kansas got a little bit more physical as the game wore on as far as trying to hammer the ball out against us with Levine and Henley, the two backs who are good players, and Preston, the quarterback, who's got good quickness and speed. We held him the first series. We get the ball and have got pretty good field position. Open with a little bit different formation for us, two tight ends and two wide receivers. We've done this before, but not lately. And they stuff us the first couple of plays here, and we run the tight end dump, and it gets tipped. Derek Jones makes a nice catch. Derek had a good ball game. There were a couple of times some balls that probably could have been caught that weren't, but on the same hand, we thought he blocked well and caught the ball well. With Andy Loveland playing quarterback, this was where it was uncomfortable because these things occurred. Again, the turn of events that put him out there occurred at such a late time. We just had to feel and see what he was feeling comfortable with, and didn't have really time to prepare much there. Which, on the same hand, now this guy here, David Thompson, 28, who we're going to see a lot of throughout the course of the afternoon, had a real big day from tailback. This is the first time since the opening game of a year ago, and when Denson was still at tailback, that we had a guy go for over 100 yards rushing the ball. Man, we couldn't get the ball tight in there. Lawson Vaughn comes in and kicks field goal. But back to David Thompson, 23 carries for 155 yards for a true freshman back is very encouraging. He's just now kind of getting healthy, it looks like to us. He's been banged up in 2 days and is getting progressively better and better and better. Again, we're going to stop Kansas on this possession here, but nice day for Thompson. I thought, and we thought, that our offensive line of scrimmage, which we've got a long way to go, we got to get a lot better. We know that, but on the same hand, we thought they played about as physical as we have in a while. Play action screen to Joe Jefferson. Makes a nice little run. We're moving the ball down here, get stopped. Now we're going to punt it.
This is where he gets rough, so the Cowboys will get another chance.
That's right there. Rough the punter, and we get a first down. And okay, here's a replay of the same thing. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, here's Tyner, and boom, there goes the ball, and there's guys go, okay, right in there. One of their guys stayed down. Usually it's the punter that'll go down on that. Right. Okay, here's the trap again. Not a lot out of it. Come back and run the sprint draw to Thompson, who doesn't make any yards. KU has got a physical front. They've been that way all year long. And here's Loveland, who you can't say has got a lot of running ability because he doesn't, although we were pleased with the way he scrambled around and made some first downs. I thought he played within himself probably about as, and that's probably the best thing about him, his mind, and that he will not try to get too impatient. We do have a turnover in the fourth quarter, which is fairly costly, but I thought Loveland played pretty well. Here they're assaulting us now, which had been a little bit of a concern of ours going in this ball game. A good play right here by defensive front. We run a stunt with Burns. They run away from it, and we don't have anybody in the cutback area, which happened several times. We did run Keith through a couple of times, several times. There he goes from the backside there, and you can see just barely missing him. But those two backs are good. And Kansas, I thought once things got going, did a good job of being patient with their tailbacks, and they've got a very physical front. End of the first quarter, we're ahead 3-0.
They're still in the midst of their drive right now, but Cowboys will stiffen right here.
Well, this defensive unit of ours is a little bit banged up, and it was one of kind of the rubber band deal. They try to run the halfback pass. We've got it covered initially. It does come open later on, and wisely they pull the ball down. Here's a replay of the same thing. They're going to come out. You can see they had been running the sweep. And good play by Gilden. We've got some pressure, and they actually had a guy come loose in there. There was no way the tailback could see him. And we get him tackled, and now they've got long yardage situation down in here. Try to run a draw. We nice tackle there by Lorenzo Green. They come in, and Eichloff, the all-league kicker, who has been all-league kicker, knocks it through. It's tied at 3. So we come back now.
This is a long drive for us. We convert 3 third-down plays in this drive.
This is Boogie Johnson, who played along with David Thompson. Tailback Boogie is still not completely healthy, but we thought it was a good performance by him. Come out, and now here's Loveland on a sprint pass. Good job. Who was that? Lofton? Chris Lofton, who continues to play well. Couldn't get the ball down the field too dense and as much as we did last week, but so much of that is dictated by coverage. It's hard to necessarily have a design there. Good job, Shannon Culver. Good job, Loveland. I happened to be standing there. I got the impression Andy had a good idea of what he was going to do. It wasn't like he just threw that ball out there. Nice job, Roger Franks. Here's Andy now on a pretty good scramble for a guy that has not got speed appreciably.
Under control, though.
Yeah, he was, and he did act like he knew what he was doing, was protecting the ball. This is a nice field goal. This was into a pretty stiff wind.
Not easy by any means.
So we now go ahead. Was that to where we had gotten the penalty?
That's correct, yeah.
We had driven down, and we had a holding call, which had knocked us back. It looked like we might have a chance. Good hit right there, Mark Spatz. You bet you. Good coverage. Kansas has driven down now, and Lorenzo Green, nice play. 2nd and 11. They try to run naked bootleg. Good job, Jason Gilden. Great play here. Preston has got run ability. 3rd and 7. Try to run the ball. Stop him. He comes in, and Eichloff misses the one, which obviously he normally is going to make it, and he's a very good kicker, but he missed it. We go in at half up 6-3.
Up 6-3, battle of field goals, but there's a lot ahead in the second half, and we've got those highlights coming right up. We're in a battle of field goals and field position. Cowboys leading at 6-3 after 1 half, and Pat, the Cowboys will get their hands on the football to start the second half.
It was our decision, and we took the ball, so now we're going to drive into the wind, and KU kicks the ball off. Had a little bit of a miscommunications here. Big Lewis Adams, number 2, the freshman we had put back in there, has been working and getting better at this kick return stuff. And, ball hit the ground. We pushed a guy in the back, and it got called. We were really fortunate right in there, but so we come out, and actually this is a nice-looking drive here. David Thompson, who we were talking about earlier on, there's Spatz, the fullback. Thompson continues to get better and better and better as the ball game wears on. Nice job, Roger Frank.
Sign of the good ones, right?
Yeah, it really is. Which for a fairly physical ball game, see this kind of stuff here now are things you certainly cannot coach. Which we've seen. We had another one of those that last week we only had 2 penalties totally. This time we had several. Okay, we got the tight end dump off to Derek Jones. Nice first down there. It was 1st and 15. We get the ball off. Here's a repeat of it. Fake the trap, come back off. Good job of Loveland touching this ball over the linebackers and in front of the safeties. Good job by Derek Jones, get the ball tucked away. And I said, Derek, I thought played a good ball game. There were a couple of times he got his hands on some balls that probably could have been cost, but I can't really fault him there a great deal. Here's one of them right here. I think, thrown a little bit behind, not much, and he's normally going to make that catch. But okay, here's Thompson again. Not anything real dramatic there, but he's making pretty good cuts and running with authority. And here's Andy coming back and dumping the ball off, which Loveland normally will do. Normally he will not try to force things where they're not. Okay, Tyner comes in and punts the ball into a pretty stiff wind. He didn't have a great day punting, but I think he averaged still over 40 yards, if I'm not mistaken. So KU's got the ball down there in the field, come back out and try to run. Play action right here. Preston runs the ball, gets belted pretty good. Ainsley gives him a pretty good shot. This kid here is, for what KU's doing offensively, boom, he took a pretty good hit here that by Richie Ainsley. This kid's a pretty good quarterback. He's got some mobility. And you can see they're being pretty patient and just running sweeps and running play action and mixing it around. We almost, one of these here, I thought we were going to intercept one, wasn't that one, but we never really did give up a real big play. I think 11 or 12 yards was the longest run that we gave up. And the passes were all basically up in front of us. Here he comes back. This is one I was thinking about. I thought Charles Verner 35, or actually Harmon 36 was going to intercept that ball. We couldn't quite get there. Run a sweep again, and they're knocking us around pretty good. We run a blitz with Burns, and Preston gets outside and he gets near first down. Let's see. Okay, this was third one. This was a big play here. They jump off sides, move back. Now they try to run a little option, and we've got it defended. Delvin Miles, number 7, makes a nice play. Here you can see, here's Burns. We've got this thing defended very, very well. There's Miles, 7. Verner's in behind him, and they didn't have anything. The big call was when they jumped off on third and one. Now they come in and kick the field goal through to tie it at 6. We're still going into a pretty good win. All right, Denson brings this ball out. We get a little bit out of it. He almost breaks one later on.
Later on, he sure does.
Now, we got a block in the back again. One of those I thought we got kind of turned around on us. Okay, Chris Lofton, nice catch. Lofton, again, had a good day. Same thing again, really proud of this guy's continuing to get better and better and better. And nice job of getting this ball up here. He makes one right on that last drive, makes a pretty nice looking catch. 2nd down and 5. Thompson here on the counter play. Good job of sticking it up in there. David's every week getting a little bit better at his cuts. Here he is again. Good job of spinning. Good job of fighting. Well, this is nice. There's some good looking stuff in here now. He's really ramming that ball up in there, hitting cuts, fighting, getting positive yards, getting these pads down. Okay, we had the dump called, and Andy, they had us covered, so Loveland starts scrambling around here, and wisely just tucks the ball and kind of wobbles around there a little bit, but at least we're not taking real bad plays.
Right.
Okay, he hit a check right here, and Thompson gets a first down, so we're moving the ball pretty good. In fact, moving it well. This same thing, they credit Loveland and the offensive line and David here, because I heard it from the sidelines. Andy checked to this.
Strong run.
Yeah, it is. David is getting better and better and better. I've said this repeatedly, but this is big league looking run right here. He jumps over guys and spins off of people, and we're getting pumped up. And we're fixing to have a miscue here next play, but boy, I thought we really, this kind of stuff that will give you momentum and charges everybody in the stadium up, and we're getting excited. Now, we have a Joe Jefferson. I don't know who's at fault here between fullback Jefferson and Loveland, the quarterback, and you can see we just bobble the exchange between we couldn't get on the ball. KU gets it, so they've got the ball now late in the third quarter around midfield. Now we stopped there.
That's correct. It was 3 and out, and we're right back at it again.
Now we tried to throw the ball here on early down, and Andy took a sack. We come back here, and he's got fairly good protection. We had a guy loose down the middle, and they tipped the ball. So now we come back, run the shuffle pass to Thompson here. We don't make a first down, but we didn't want to be real risky on long yardage. Scott comes. This is the one he had downwind, and this is probably the first time in several weeks he hadn't just nailed one downwind. KU's got the ball, and they're going to hammer away at us. Is this the drive they go down ultimately score, Tom?
That's correct.
Okay,
yes.
Now you can see they're just being patient, turn around, pitch the ball. Doing a good job here. Somebody missed a tackle, but I got to give Glenn Mason and his coaches credit for being patient. When that ball came out and jumped right back up to Henley. But in all honesty, most people are not going to be real patient. They're going to get a little bit cutesy and try something, and then you get a bad play or turnover, and you can't ever get back on rhythm. But Kansas did a nice job of that. 3rd down and 1. Give the ball to fullback. Doesn't make much, but he makes a first down. Where they go right back here. Okay, this is still Levine and making good yardage down that they get a holding call.
That is correct.
Which was pretty big play. It knocks them back. It looks like we got a real chance to get them stopped. Extreme long yardage here, and whether that was a scramble or a call play, don't know, but we play the thing pretty good. This is 3rd and long. Come back and run. No, it wasn't either. Good play by Eric Hobbs right here. Okay, here's the 3rd and long right. 3rd and 18. He comes back, and they're going to hit one. They do not. It's still a big play. They hit the tight end. They don't make a first down, but it maneuvered them down here where they can fake right there that field goal. We had worked, interestingly enough, on this exact fake. Iowa State had it called against us last week. We worked on it, and they just out executed. We had a couple of guys that we were over there hollering, watch fake, and we had practiced that identical thing. Now, they did a better job executing it. We did defending it. They're going to go ahead and ram it in down in here and get the only touchdown scored in the ball game.
Didn't come easy down here either. They had to work at it.
Well, we're stiffening pretty good, and you can see he gets hit, and got to give his pal a fullback, a little kid we tried to recruit, good tough guy that spun in there. Now this is the only touchdown scored in the ball game. Puts KU ahead 13-6. We've got the wind at our back. We've got time. That's a pretty nice little return by Denson. Right. So he almost hit that. He almost hit it. This is the thing that we need, where I think we really, and again, you can't control it, is try to pop him on some stuff. He's got a chance of doing this, and had the long one early on and almost came out of this. I think if people get the ball kicked down there to him enough, he'll hit one. Okay, Thompson, good positive yardage here. We don't have to do anything panic-wise, but look at David. This is a nice-looking run. Starting up in there and had good yardage and dips it to the outside, takes some shots and bounces right back up there. Boy, David, that's where real Oklahoma State tailbacks do things. This is really a good-looking run. You can't coach this. All you can do is hopefully get a guy in there that's got these kinds of instincts. And
takes a pop at the end and holds on.
And watch him, see if we can see him just jump right back up off of the ground, and that's good. Okay, this was first down. We tried to throw the ball. Oh, big play here, and Andy got it stripped. They pick it up and go on down and get it. We tried it, and I think rightfully so. And we get it right back. Yeah, we were trying to throw the ball on first down, which is okay. There's nothing matter with that. Now, I think Gilden right there is going to rip that ball away from Levine. We get it. So, bang, bang, they forced a turnover. I think this is the only time they turned the ball over, wasn't it, Tom?
That's
throughout
correct.
the course of the afternoon. There wasn't a lot of that. Okay, we come back. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Now, he gets hit right in the face and still bounces out. Their linebacker makes a nice play going over the top. Watch 52 go over the top and boom. And linebacker makes a good play. David keeps his feet, jumps to the outside, and makes 7 or 8 yards. Good-looking play right here. Like I say, that's real Oklahoma State tailback play there. Roger Franks, nice job. So we're just kind of banging the ball, moving on down here. Turn around, and here's the sweep again.
Still plenty of time.
Sure there is. Here he is, nice looking. Okay, Boogie Johnson in the game. Nice looking run. We explode up inside. I think Andy checked to that one. Same player. Boogie is limping around a little bit, but this is still a good job here of slamming that ball, and a good job with the line, and good job with the fullbacks. And well, it appears that you got a chance to drive the ball down there. We run here. If we didn't hit that cut, Roger Franks, who is playing at fullback, kind of was a little bit tight there. Okay, that's Boogie again, isn't it?
Sure is.
Okay, 3rd down and 3. All right, let's see what's going to transpire right here.
Just miss on this one here.
Okay, we jumped it outside. Roger kind of did opposite here. Now, we get some penetration. This was 4th and short. At Lewis, I think we virtually made this all year long of going up and over. And we got some penetration there, and a guy kind of came off the edge and scared him a little bit. Now, we're going to get this ball
Big
back.
defensive series to get it back.
For Charles Verner, we fired a strong safety. We're taking timeouts in here, stopping the clock. You see, we hit a call here with firing Charles. You're taking some chances. Preston did a good job not fumbling, just taking your lumps. But we're going to get the ball back in here. Okay, they do have a little old crack here with Levine. Good tackle there by Harmon and Cleavon Williams. We had to try to block the punt. Didn't get that done, but there's, 1.5 minutes left in the ball game right now, and we've got the ball in midfield into a 2-minute period here. Okay, he comes back to the Chris Lofton, the freshman. Nice catch here by Lofton. Minute 28. We're on the 35-yard line. Okay, and he scrambles and gets sacked right in here. Now, with a little bit of miscommunication here, I wish that hadn't occurred, but it did when we clocked the ball. We just shouldn't let him go ahead and take the thing. This is one that if they were in man under, if I'm saying that a lot, if he could have come out of that and gotten something, he gets hit right about the time he's going to throw it. That was a 4th down play, and Glenn Mason, and Glenn told me, he said, the heck of a way to make a living, and I concurred fully, and we gone on about our ways. But they're good competitive people, and it's a good rivalry, and like I say, went in as an even matchup, and well, I thought it was a heck of a ball game. There was a lot of, for as low scoring a game, Tom, as it was, there was a lot of plays, and it was a pretty interesting ball game to watch.
Right down to the wire. That one's in the books. Colorado's next. We'll talk about that when we return to the Pat Jones Show. Well, 3 big games still left on the regular season. Pat, what do you want to say about the quarterback situation?
Well, it's again, I don't really, like I try and tell the media yesterday after the ball game, feel real comfortable all the time talking about the ins and outs of what you consider some kind of disciplinary situation. But our guys, you're here to go to class.
Sure.
You're here to be where you're supposed to be on time, and we can put up with certain things. Sure, that's just the way people are. But on the same hand, when it gets to be a problem, we perceive it as a problem toward the rest of the squad, then you got to do something about it. Andy Loveland, Tony Jones might be able to start throwing some this week. I really don't know there. We got to be careful. But Andy Loveland, Mark Wilson, the two guys, and they've been good guys in the program. We're going to go with them, and we think we trust them to do what they're supposed to do, and let's get after it.
Okay, get after it on Saturday. Colorado in town. Tickets still available. We'll see you at Lewis Field. We'll see you right back here next week on The Pat Jones Show.